US farmers were hit particularly hard on the recent tit-for-tats on tariffs. The Vice President of the American Soybean Association, Bill Gordon, joins me via Skype. Bill, good to hear and see you. Thank you for taking the time. Are you satisfied with now what the administration is doing, the more money and the more help? Because some money was put aside already, but it was never going to be enough to satisfy your members.
No, and then that difference, that aid that was there, was trying to bridge that gap, that short-term gap, until we get these markets. And exactly, it's not enough money to try to make us whole with a $2 loss in markets from the Chinese exit out of our market. And then this purchase amounted to about 4% of what they bought last year in our total soybean purchases. So it's a good start, but they have a long ways to go.
The long and short of it is your members are going to lose out.
Absolutely, and that's part of the whole conversation we've been having with the administration. Is we need these trade deals in place, not only with China, but with Europe and Korea and Japan and anybody else that wants to do fair trade with us. Canada, Mexico, no, they're our partners, they're our closest allies. We need to have a good fair trade agreement with them and let the farmers have the markets, and would rather have trade, not aid.
This president, and I'm afraid it is a political question as much as an economic one, because the president has managed to offend pretty much all those trading partners of which you've just spoken.
I think that's his way of doing trade deals, and there again, it's not my job, I guess, as an American, but as a farmer, we need the trade. How he gets back to the trade is what's important. How we got here, it's looking in the rearview mirror. We need to get these trade deals in place. Offending them or not, we need to work forward. We're countries, we're allies. Let's get together and make these trade deals happen sooner than later. This short-term gap for farmers is really hurting out here in rural America, and it's going to roll over into the economics of the cities when you start to see rural America hurting.
As best you can tell, is rural America still pleased with their vote for Donald Trump?
Well, I think it's individual, right? It's kind of blocked into rural America who voted for Trump or not. The individual voted for either president candidate. I think they support rural America in general, supports the administration, supports their government. They just want to have opportunities to be viable and successful. So it's hard to say that they do or don't. It's more of a, hey, we need our markets and we need our income out here so we can raise our families just like people in the cities do. And
back to soybeans, which is where we started. Can you see any bright spot? I mean, going into this, because the price remains under pressure. As you said, China's purchases are just 4% of what they would normally buy. Is there a bright spot that you can point to?
Well, there's a couple. There's other trade partners. European Union has come on and bought a bunch more soybeans, and Japan has. So we need to get those trade agreements. But if you look home domestically, we have a very strong livestock market, consumption of pork, chicken, beef, and then dairy. Dairy's been kind of oppressed here lately, but we're trying to get them up. But really, biofuels and biodiesel in general, with California coming on and mandating more biofuels in their market, it's a clean, renewable energy. And it uses the excess oil we have after not used for the cooking aspect of it. So it's a huge market. It has room to expand, and EPA has raised those gallons. We can produce more. It's renewable, creates jobs. So that's a bright star, and we have a lot of expansion available. So we get the help with the public and the administration. We can expand the clean and renewable diesel fuel and clean renewable fuels for a better environment.
Good to see you, sir. Thank you. All the best for the festive season, for Christmas to you and your family, sir. I wish you the best.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.